is Monica Kelsey, who is a local girl. She is from Woodburn, Indiana. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Monica Kelsey. I'm from Woodburn, Indiana, and I was adopted at birth. And growing up, I always knew that I was adopted, but I was always told that my birth parents loved each other so much that they gave me the best gift that they could, which was to place me with an adoptive family. So you can imagine growing up that I always wanted to meet my birth family because I knew that they would welcome me with open arms. My adoptive family, my mom, she always made me feel special. She would say, just because you didn't grow under my heart didn't mean that you didn't grow in it. And I know during my teenage years she recanted that statement a few times. But 20 years ago I met my birth mother, and it was an okay reunion, but she had a drinking problem and I didn't quite understand that kind of behavior. So I kind of took that relationship, put it in a box, and stuck it on a shelf and thought that when I was ready I would revisit it. Well, 3 years ago I decided that it was time for me to reconnect with her, so I picked up the phone and dialed the only number that I knew. I hadn't talked to her in 17 years. And I said, "Hi, Sandy, it's Monica." And you can imagine my surprise when she said, "I've been waiting for your call." She had been sober for 6 years. I had a precious relationship with her. I looked like her. That was important to me. I wanted to look like someone. My adoptive parents, bless their heart, my older sister was half Mexican. They adopted her, and my younger sister was blonde hair and blue eyes. So from the outside looking in, it looked like my mother was sleeping around. But I did meet my birth mother, and it was a wonderful relationship. And the last 3 years have been just a blessing. But on March 6th of this year, I had to say goodbye to my birth mother. She died at the age of 57 from a urinary tract infection that went septic. For 7 days on a ventilator, she fought for her life. And for 7 days, I sat beside her, praying to God that He would give me more time. 3 years just wasn't enough to learn all the sacrifices that she made, bringing me into this world. Before she passed away, she did tell me about my birth father. She was 17 years old, she was brutally raped, and as a result became pregnant with me. But in 1972, my life was protected by a law that said that my life had value. And despite the law being there for me, at the advice of her mother, she found herself at a back alley abortion clinic. At the last minute, I truly believe that she didn't do it because of me, but she said that it was against the law and she knew she could get in trouble, so she left. Her mother hid her from the outside world. She gave birth to me and never even looked at me. But she gave me the greatest gift I could have ever asked for. On top of giving me my life, she gave me an amazing family. And for that, I'll for always be grateful. After my mother passed away, I went up to her husband and I said, "Thank you for allowing me to be part of her life these last 7 days. You didn't have to allow me in the room. You didn't have to allow me to be there." And he said, "She would have never wanted it any other way." And that meant a lot to me. Today, I tell her story. I tell her sacrifices. I'm just the one that received her gift. I am a firefighter here. I am a medic. Some of you, I'm sure, know me. Please keep your stories to yourself. But with Save the One, Rebecca kind of touched on it. There's always that one that is left behind. The children conceived in rape are always left behind. Well, as a firefighter, if there are 5 kids in a house, I want you to ask any firefighter in the city of Fort Wayne if they would leave one child behind. They would not. They would risk their life to go into a burning building and take the last child out. And that's what we're here to ask you to do. We're asking you to stand behind us and say that your life has value, that you are here for a reason. And we're here because God wanted us to be here. I'm standing up here because God asked me to come and tell my story. Being a medic and a firefighter, I can never imagine standing up on top of a stage, kind of airing my dirty laundry, but He says I have to do it, so here I am. So we ask that you stand behind us and be that firefighter that goes in for that last child. Thank you so much.